All right, happy Canada Day, West Coast. Jeff Johnson here from Long Beach Radio, in Long Beach Radio headquarters with Angus Wilson. Good afternoon, Angus.
Good afternoon, Jeff.
Happy Canada Day.
You too. Happy Canada Day, Tofino.
You're all the way out here from Calgary-ish.
Yeah, Calgary-ish.
Do you say Calgary just for the simplicity's sake of it?
Well, yeah, that's definitely home base for us, but we've been doesn't feel like we have a home base at this point. We've been on the road for a little bit, about 2 weeks now.
Doing a solo tour.
Yeah.
You're not entirely a solo artist, though. You also represent a band back in Calgary-ish.
Yeah. I play in a band called Stoning Mary back in Calgary, and have been doing a lot of acoustic stuff. A couple acoustic albums in the last 4 years, and we just partnered with a clothing company called Light and Soul, and through that partnership, they sponsored this tour, and we've got about 13 shows all over BC over the next a month or so is the tour, but we got about 3 weeks left here.
Cool. So where last night you were somewhere else on the island? Yeah,
last night we were down in Victoria, Sioux area, just kind of preparing for our show tomorrow night in Victoria at the Bistro Cache, and then we actually head out the next day. We have to be in Golden the next day, so it's going to be a race across the province.
A little while on the ferry, and then that's probably a good 6-8 hours in the car, probably to Golden from Vancouver. I don't even know.
We're used to it now, man. We've been sleeping in the car at some points here.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit. You had a bit of a disaster.
This morning.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard bits and pieces.
So we're rolling with this really cool sound system from Bose. It's just kind of a PA system that's perfectly sussed out.
It's one of those phallic-shaped things with the sub at the bottom.
Exactly. And the sound that you get out of it is absolutely incredible. Bose has their sound nailed.
Yeah.
But we got up here and started unloading at Tough Beans over there. I was there in the morning, and we forgot the entire bag of cords and cables in Souk.
Nope. Well, at least they're there when you go back tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't help us too much for today. But our good buddy Kyle at Tough Beans, man, he's actually ripping in the skate comp, and he set us up with. He just ran across the street and got a guitar amp and a microphone together, and he plugged both into this one amp, and actually
sounded pretty good. I was there this morning. Checked it out. I think it worked out okay. It had some. Anytime you put a vocal through some tubes, it gives it a little bit of warmth.
Definitely, it gives it a good effect.
So let's just quantify this. If people were walking by the corner of 4th and Campbell this morning and heard some live music on the patio, that was you.
That was me.
So if they loved it, they can check it out tonight at the Way West Marine Resorts Dockside Pub.
Definitely, we're excited for the show tonight.
There's no cover charge affiliated. It's just
I don't think
walk in, order a pint, and check out some tunes.
Come in and party.
You know when you're playing? You know?
I think the doors open at 7 or so. Or I mean, I think they'll be open.
Yeah, they'll be open
the whole time.
But you're expecting your
technically
music.
7, 8 o'clock is usually the time. We'll feel it out.
Yeah.
It's a chill vibe tonight.
Yeah. No, it's Canada Day. We're celebrating here.
Exactly.
Let's see what else we got to talk about. We talked about the band a little bit. Let's. You're going to play an acoustic. You're going to be playing an acoustic set of the Angus
music,
Wilson thing,
the acoustic stuff. Yes.
Is a lot of it songs pulled from Stoning Mary, or a little bit of both?
When I'm performing, I'm definitely doing a little bit more of a mix. But the actual albums and the stuff that you hear on the albums is just other music. I write tons and tons of music, and sometimes a song will pop up that you just know that's an acoustic song, and so the rest of the song continues to be written in that way. But I love writing rock music, and I love writing slow acoustic tunes as well. So
the mix this morning at Tough Beans was pretty cool. You even threw in an occasional Michael Jackson cover or something like that. The Stone Roses, did I hear that?
Queens of the Stone Age.
Queens of the Stone Age. All right, that's wires crossed.
Yeah,
but okay, well let's play a Stoning Mary tune, and then we'll get you to tune up your guitar and play an Angus Wilson tune.
Sounds good,
afterwards. I've got Hot Little Rocket. You got a story about Hot Little Rocket?
Not really. Actually, for the most part, we recorded this on a small EP in Calgary, just a 3-song EP that we put out. And when we recorded this Stoning Mary album, we worked with a guy named Miles Wilkinson out of Nashville.
Yeah.
And we liked the cut of Hot Little Rocket on this EP so much that we actually wanted to add it to the album and not do too much changing to the actual body of the song. So we just had Miles completely remaster the song, and it turned out really well. So it's one of our favorites.
So this is the remastered version.
This is the remastered version from Miles Wilkinson. Yes.
All right, Stoning Mary featuring Angus Wilson, who will be playing tonight at the Way West Marine Resorts Dockside Pub. Crawl in there, evening-ish, 8 o'clock, and music should be underway shortly after. This tune is called Hot Little Rocket, and I'll be back to play a little bit live in studio after the tune and the weather forecast and a short break. So stay tuned to Long Beach Radio. All right, welcome back, West Coast. I'm Jeff Johnson. You're tuned into Long Beach Radio, and I have in studio Angus Wilson, who we just heard actually Stoning Mary, which is the full rock and roll outfit that he is a large part of, and he's in town here. He played this morning in a Tough Beans out on the patio, if you heard that as you were walking down to the Village Green, and he's going to be playing tonight at the Way West in the Dockside Pub. But he's not out here just as, well, I guess you're out here primarily as a musician, but you're also here in conjunction with a clothing company, which people might find a little interesting. Can you explain how that all breaks down?
Yeah, Light and Soul Creations is the clothing company, and they're a group of 10 guys basically that started this company back in Calgary about 4 years ago. And it's kind of a concept company, actually, just based around just spreading kind of a message and just like a really positive vibes, basically. And just through that, they've made kind of line after line after line of really cool clothing and just product, and created sort of a following in Calgary. So these guys ended up we grew up with the boys and kind of rolling around in the same crew anyway, but they sponsored Stoning Mary just for clothing and everything, and they actually sponsored this tour as well. Yeah. And we're just kind of collabing, doing tours around BC and stopping in at shops, and there's a couple cities, especially Tofino, like that Light and Soul really just wants to be a big part of the community, and just like get out there and experience some of the skate comps and surf comps and all the lifestyles that are going on over here on the island, for sure.
Well, yeah, you say a positive message. Do you mean like a positive social message, environmental, or what's?
Yeah, basically, we're all really just kind of ready for a change in the world, and we could talk for hours about this
social philosophy. Yeah,
but yeah, there's a group of us from actually from the band and the clothing company that we're actually going to be starting out sort of a sustainable living project outside of the city, outside of Calgary, and just a lot of the money that we're raising here in these months are going towards that. And that's not a huge part of their vibe necessarily, but definitely a vibe of the guys that created the company, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if people are interested in the clothing, is there a website?
Yeah, it's lightandsoulcreations.com. And they're actually updating the website, and they're going to be putting kind of some of the new lines and just a lot of the new stuff. They've been sponsoring different musicians, different skaters. They're actually looking for a couple surfers here in Tofino to sponsor. So if any surfers are listening, check the website out, and they're gonna be popping up anywhere around the community. So just good vibes. And
I'm a really bad surfer, and my wife says I dress poorly.
Well,
maybe there's a match to be made there.
Maybe there's a match to be made. We'll see how you surf. If you look funny enough and draw enough attention to yourself.
I look pretty funny. But you got this. Is that Bird's Eye Maple? What is that?
Yeah, it's actually my guitar player's guitar. It's just an Ibanez, but my pickup screwed up right before we left on tour, and he was just like, "Take mine, bro." So
it's pretty. That's a nice.
We get a lot of comments on it. So
cool. Well, what are you going to play for us? You're going to be playing tonight at the Way West Marine Resort's Dockside Pub. Yeah. No cover. Drop in the evening-ish, and
around 7, 8 o'clock.
7, 8 o'clock. What are you going to play for us right now?
Just kind of a random tune called Superstar, and it's just, I think, a really good vibe for the Tofino feeling of Canada Day and everything. Just kind of a surfy tune. I actually wrote this in California on the beach. So
all right, well, that's a good place to write a surfy tune.
Definitely.
All right, take it away, brother.
Thank you.
Morning comes, I stand alone. I mark the wall, see how I've grown. The pen won't fall, and all I know is I'm going home. So when I'm gone, you're on your own. California sun is home. So I roam on and on I roam, but I'm going home. Said I'm going home.